Hello, it's Taisha. I'm back with an update. This past week has gone pretty well. I am really working hard on not falling into that all or nothing mindset, knowing that it's okay to miss some days and you can pick it up and keep on going. So that is something that, you know, I'm working on. I am not an all or nothing person. And I'm telling myself this, I'll tell you why. I recently picked back up Atomic Habits and I started reading it a couple of weeks ago and I kind of didn't lock in. And so last night, my husband was asleep. I put on some lo-fi music and I started reading this again. And first of all, it made me remember how much I actually enjoy reading. And it's like I'm rediscovering this, right? I feel like I'm reading this book and I'm getting more, I don't know, kind of like one of those third times a charm. And so I feel like I have a better grasp. The second time I read it, I wasn't reading it deeply. Like I was going through and picking out points so that I could talk about it. And that's another thing that I've been enjoying. So when I was making the daily dose of mindset videos and some of the other videos that you could probably call educational, I was using Chad a lot. And if you're new, I call Chat GPT Chad. And I feel like I got to a point where I wasn't trusting myself. What I mean by that is I would write out a script, but then I would put it into Chad and then allow Chad to rework it. And then that's what I would be delivering, which I think I got a little bit more comfortable with using a teleprompter and reading, but it didn't feel like me. And so the more and more everyone uses Chat GPT, the more we're all going to start to sound the same. So then I just wasn't feeling as excited about it. So that's not why I stopped doing them, but I'm saying this is why I stopped using, I'll just say Chat GPT for you, right? I stopped using Chat GPT because I don't feel like I am able to do that in a way and stay fully authentic to me. So putting information in, getting data, that's fine. But as far as scripting, I just feel like the more I start to read again and journal, the more that I'm getting comfortable with using my own brain and knowing that that's good enough. So I have been enjoying doing these videos like this. It reminds me of how I was when I got started, where I was just talking about my experiences that week and things that are going well and things that are not going well. So I believe this is week. I may be coming up on week 93. My first injection was Wednesday, February 21st, 2024. So that's how long that I've been on Zepbound. I started at 2.5 milligrams, went up to 5, and that dose is effective for me. I am someone who plans on staying on this medication indefinitely. Um, my my highest weight was 216 pounds. My weight when I started on Zepbound was 183 pounds, and I've gotten down to 125 pounds. The last time I weighed myself, which was when I had my last DEXA scan, I was 135 pounds. So that's where I am. I'm more focused on body composition, but lately it's been more of how I feel. So I'm enjoying feeling good. I'm enjoying having energy and doing things because they make me feel good mentally and physically. That is my indicator of if something is good for me. I'm not interested in being on my grind and, wearing myself down or trying to do everything under the sun. Those things are just not appealing to me. So, this is just where I am. And I'm not saying that a phase won't come where I do feel like that, but now I feel like I'm more about just living this life of ease, right? I'm retired, so I have a lot of time. Something I noticed that I've been doing lately, especially with band season coming to an end and then kind of appointments slowing down with my daughters is scrolling, like this mindless scrolling or constantly consuming, just different topics on YouTube. And I feel like I need to take a step back, not from content creation or anything like that, but just this overconsumption. So my plan is to read every day, take a block of time and just read. And I'm not putting a time limit on it. So if I pick up a book one day and I just want to read a page, well, then that's going to be a page, right? I just don't want everything to be so rigid, but also I need some structure. So reading every day, walking every day is the goal. Now, this past 7 days, I've only walked, I want to say only, I've walked 5 of the 7 days, and I'm fine with that. I've been doing push ups and planks, nothing with strength training this week other than body weight exercises, which I guess we can consider that calisthenics, right? That's felt good. One of the days I did a Zumba workout and that was fun. Um, let's see what else. I have still been tracking my food. Instagram is my food and exercise diary. So if you're interested in what that looks like, you can check that out. It's a public page, so you don't have to follow me or anything to see what's there. And let's see, mm, I am in the process of searching for a journal. I'm not going to overthink it. If I can't make a decision and pick something, then I'm just going to get a notebook. But journaling is something else that I really want to get into because I think it's good to get our thoughts out. Plus, I want to go back to writing. Typing everything is nice, technology is great. I am pro technology, but when it comes to kind of disconnecting from that and being more aware of what's going on and being in the moment, I want to be able to organize my thoughts better. I don't want to have to rely or feel like I have to rely on some other tool to be able to express myself. I'm 48 years old. I should be able to express myself and be comfortable with that. So that is something I'm actually looking forward to doing. I have been practicing with some shots for the vlogs that I want to start doing. It's another thing. I have a tendency to overthink. So um, I know that the first few that I do, they're not going to be great, but it's something that'll get better over time. Something else I'll be doing is practicing on my drums daily. I had started doing that. I was doing that for a while, and then life kind of got chaotic on this end, and I stopped doing it. So that's something that brings me joy. So I feel like I'm starting now, and I plan on continuing. And I'm intentionally not saying for 2026, right? I'm starting now doing things that bring me joy. And I don't want my life to be just strictly focused on, you know, calories and weight and movement and like that's just going to be something I do, right? It's just something I do. I go upstairs and I walk every day for 30 minutes most days. I eat in a way that is healthy and makes my body feel good, keeps things running. I, make sure that I'm drinking a good amount of water. Like I'm not overcomplicating it. So, all right, well, TJ is home, so I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I will see you on Monday for the live stream. And remember, we can share our journeys, but we should never compare them. Bye.